Hello and welcome to today's Bitrix24 webinar, Self-Hosted Advantages. Okay, so who are we? We are Bitrix24 Gold Partners Interface. My name is Sam Connor, Sales Engineer here at Interface. We're based in the UK, in New York and Hong Kong, and we offer a full range of services to help you with Bitrix24, from pre-sale support, so we can discuss your requirements and provide a custom demonstration of Bitrix24 to see if it fits your needs. If the system does fit your needs well, we can implement the system for you. For the self-hosted edition that we're going to be focusing on today, we offer our own hosting services, and we can then provide training and ongoing premium dedicated support. Okay, so if you're new to Bitrix24, what is Bitrix24? Well, it is a collaboration suite of more than 35 tools covering sales, projects, accounts, customer service, and HR, and many, many more features as well. And today specifically, we're going to be looking at the features available on the self-hosted edition. There are over 8 million customers now that use Bitrix24 to manage their business, and the system is available in two different editions. You have the Bitrix24 Cloud Edition and the Self-Hosted Edition. And prices start from $19 for a cloud monthly license, and a self-hosted system is available just under $1,500 for the 12-user package, and that's a lifetime license. With the self-hosted edition, you can go up to unlimited number of users. Okay, so in the webinar today, we'll be looking at the self-hosted system. So first of all, let's just have a look and discuss the different editions that are available in the self-hosted system. So the self-hosted system is available in three different versions. We have the Bitrix24 CRM edition, and this is really for small teams. So this is the 12-user license, and very good for managing your teams or your CRM system. It comes with all of the features that you would have on Bitrix24. The only feature this doesn't come with is the ability to invite external users into your projects. So if that's an important feature for you, please just be aware you would need to use the Bitrix24 Business Edition. And you also would need to make sure, if you want to use some of the additional features such as the help desk or the e-learning module, again, you would need to move to the Bitrix24 Business Edition. And then moving on to the Business Edition, this is the most popular edition, and it's really suitable solution for most organizations. So you have all of the features available in Bitrix, including the extranet site to invite external users into the system, and there are some additional features such as the help desk and e-learning module. And that edition goes up to 500 users. Now, if you need more than that, you would be looking at what we call the Bitrix24 Enterprise Edition. So this is from 1,000 users up to unlimited. And the Enterprise is our most advanced product, and it allows a company to establish an unlimited number of Bitrix portals, which can all be managed by a single global administrator. So, for example, if you have a company who operates in multiple companies, you may want maybe individual sites for each of your organizations in those different locations. So the Enterprise Edition would give you that flexibility to have separate intranet portals for every single site. Okay, now moving on to the benefits. So one of the main benefits of the self-hosted solution is the ability to customize the product. So with the self-hosted system, you have the source code and the API. So it is a fully customizable solution. So you have full content management systems which can be customized very extensively to your specific requirements. Okay, then moving on to branding. So including specially designed login pages, what you can do with your self-hosted system is fully rebrand the product. So you can remove the Bitrix24 branding, add your own corporate themes and logos to the system, and we'll have a look shortly at what a branded login page will look like. You can also have your very own domain on the system as well. So you can really fully rebrand this system to your specific requirements. With the self-hosted, you also have an additional feature compared to the cloud system, and that is the control panel. And the control panel is the area for your administrators. You wouldn't want your standard users to have access to the control panel. This is where you can make changes to your modules and pages. So modules can be configured in very advanced ways within the control panel. And if you're currently using, as I say, a Bitrix cloud solution, I think you'll be very impressed with what the control panel has to offer in terms of additional functionality and control. And shortly we'll have a look in that control panel to see some of those features in the system. Okay, as we briefly mentioned earlier on, there is full access to the source code. So this means if the customization you want cannot be configured as standard, we can use that source code to build that customization. Okay, and Bitrix, it is built on its own framework in PHP. So changing source code, just as a warning, it should only be attempted if you have experience of PHP, as well as a very good knowledge of the Bitrix24 platform itself. And as an alternative, you can contact a partner and they can perform really any type of customization for you on the system if you don't have that experience in-house. Okay, then moving on to integration, a really important benefit of the self-hosted edition. You have access to the API, and that's available on all self-hosted solutions. So this allows you to integrate with thousands of other software systems out there and web applications. And again, we can, as a partner, we can develop and build any type of integration for you using the Bitrix API. And finally, self-hosted solutions have a number of extra features that aren't found on the cloud system, such as the help desk module, so we can set up our own help desk module for external users or internal teams to manage support requests. There is the e-learning module where you can build out your very own courses for your teams, and there is a more robust analytics feature. Okay, so now we'll have a look at some of those benefits in some more detail. Okay, so looking here at customizations. So one of the main reasons for choosing a self-hosted option, it is the ability to customize the look and the feel of your intranet. So the site can be customized to match your corporate look, and the functionality can be configured to make using the system more intuitive and more to your specific requirements. So first of all, in terms of styling, many areas can be branded, and we'll have a look at an example of this in a moment where we can brand the login page, add your own domain. And that's really important if you're going to use the external user feature where you invite people into your site. Having it branded gives it that professional look and appearance. We can also edit very vast amounts of the system. So any page can be edited, and administrators can create custom pages using the page editor. And again, we'll have a look at this very shortly. We can also improve the navigation of the system. So first of all, we can strip out any features that you don't need or require. So we mentioned how Bitrix has over 35 modules. It could be that you just want to use the CRM and the marketing features. So what we could do is we could strip out all of the features you don't want to use and focus it specifically on your requirements. So it's easy for your team to navigate and also to get buy-in. If the system is simpler to use, you're going to get more people who buy into the system and use it and benefit from it. And to improve that user experience and saving time, the links in your navigation panel, we can fully customize those for different sets of users. You can also build your own dashboards, and this is a very popular feature. So you can create custom dashboards to display different sets of data. So very popular type of dashboard request we get is to build a sales dashboard. So we pull sales information from the CRM and create your very own custom dashboard. We can also then have custom portals. Now, this is, again, you can use the external portal feature on the Cloud Edition, but with the self-hosted, it is a very big issue and a big use of the system because you can invite people in to a system that is fully rebranded. And we can also create custom pages for your external users on a portal. And finally, all modules, they are customizable, and it is possible to create your own bespoke modules to perform tasks to your specific business. So if you do have very specific processes that you want to run, a self-hosted solution could be the addition that you are looking for. Okay, so let's just have a look now at a self-hosted edition in some more detail. Okay, so we've just gone into one of our self-hosted systems, and I'll just log out here. So you can see we mentioned about branding. One of the big features of a self-hosted is how we can remove the Bitrix24 branding from the system. So this is the login page for a self-hosted system, and you can see we've removed all the Bitrix branding. We've added our own colors and branding to the system. We also have our own domain. So we've got a demo.interface domain here. So it's a fully customizable login page for your users. Another feature you can enable with the self-hosted is single sign-on. So we can pull through your information to allow for single sign-on facility. Okay, so now let's log into the system. Okay, so in a second, what we will do is we'll create a brand new page in the CRM system. So we'll look at how we can do this. Just to mention here, when we've logged in, you can have your own domain. As we mentioned, you can have your own logo here and also customize the background theme. And we talked about navigation. So I mentioned how we can remove and strip out modules. So for different roles that you have in your business, we can customize this menu structure with the self-hosted system. And we also have access. I'm an administrator on this system, so I have access to the control panel. So if I just open up the feature here, I could turn on this edit mode. Okay, and this will now allow me to customize and create my own pages. I might want to modify menu items, for example. So this is the level of customization we can now start to do in our self-hosted solution. And as we mentioned, the control panel, you can see here, there's lots of changes you can make to the system. This should only be made accessible to your administrator team. Other users who are just standard users on the system shouldn't gain access to this. Okay, so let's have a look. We mentioned about customization. Let's create our own page in the system. So what we can do first of all is we can create a page, and that will be done in the control panel. So we have a company module here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create our own page within this module to store company policies. So that's a very common page that you may see in an intranet site, is to store all of the policies for your organization. So let's have a look at how we can create our very own page in the system. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go into the control panel. So this is the back end of Bitrix, where we can manage all of our customizations. And I'm going to go into our content area. And if I want to create this new page within the company module, I'm going to go into our file and folders area. So this is where our company information is stored. And I'm going to go into the about section here. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to create a new page. So within this section here, I go to add a new file, and that file is a new page in the system. So first of all, I can give that page a new title. So I'm going to call this policies. And further down here, this is the actual page. So this is what will be displayed to our users on the system. So I'm just going to write some text into here. What you can also do, you can add images, it's dynamic, you can pull information from the system. I'm just going to write some standard text into here to populate this page. Okay, so I've just added some text into there, and I'm now going to save that page. Okay, so we've created the page there. Now we need to add a menu item so we can click on the menu and open up the page. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go into our menu area and create a new title. So I can go into here, we've got the menu section, and I'm now going to create that. So I'm going to call this policies, and it's in the about section. So I'm just going to add the about. And I'm just going to now save this in the system. Okay, so we've created the page and we've added the menu item. So I can now go back into our site. Okay, and we're back in the company module, and you can now see at the top there, we've got our policies menu item. Okay, and I've just clicked into the policies, and that's now opened up that page that we have created. So that's how simple it is to create your own pages in the system. You can go into the control panel, you can customize it, and so simple because you could add as many menu items into here as you like. So there could be several different pages within this section. And whilst you're in here, what you can then also do is I could customize this page. So I could go into the edit mode. Okay, so I've just turned on the edit mode, and I'm going to go into and edit this page. It will open up what we've already done in here, and it could be, for example, I might want to maybe feed some information in from actually inside the system. So I might want to feed leads into here, for example. So I could feed that lead data in. So I'm just going to drag this into here. And it now pulls through all of that lead information from our CRM system. So you can create your very own dynamic pages in this area of the system. So I'm just going to save this now. Okay, and you can now see it's pulled through all of that lead data from our CRM system. So you can make dynamic pages using this page creation tool in the system. I'm just going to edit this back so we can remove that data, but you can see how simple it is to build this information into the system. And it may be actually you want to restrict who's able to access some of these pages. So again, what you can do is you can customize what roles in the system are able to access these pages. So if we just go back into the control panel, and if we just go back into the menu section that we built that menu item, and if we just go into the advanced mode, what you can do in here is you can set conditions. So it could be actually that that policies page is only available to certain user groups. So I can then select which members and teams are able to access that particular page in the system. So this is really useful. If you're creating lots of new pages, you can restrict or decide who is able to access any of those in your system using that departmental structure that we have created. Okay, so that's a look at how we can create our very own pages in the system. And another feature we mentioned was the ability to have an extranet portal where you can invite your customers or any individual not part of your Bitrix system into this system. So you have an extranet site here. And let's just go into here so we can see what the extranet site looks like. Okay, so just looking here at the extranet site. So this is where you can invite people who are not part of your Bitrix system. So this could be customers, suppliers, etc. And they can log in to this portal area. Now, with the extranet site, with the self-hosted, again, you can fully rebrand this. So we've got our own domain here. Where the user logs in, it can be a fully branded system. So if you want your own corporate branding, where your external users log in, then that can be managed with the self-hosted system. And what you can see here as well, we've created some different menu items. So we've got some courses and support features that the external user is able to access. So we can customize what information that user is able to see. You can see as well, we've got some different banners here. So they could click on these to go through to certain pages that we have created. So with this extranet site, you can customize what information is displayed, and it can have your very own corporate branding on the system. Okay, so let's look at some of the customization features. Please do add any questions that you have into the chat box and we can run through those for you. Okay, if there are any questions, please do add them in and we can run through those throughout the demonstration today. We did have a question earlier on in the week around being able to customize the templates and the themes on the system. Now, you can do that with the cloud or the self-hosted system. So if you're wanting to customize the actual background theme, all you have to do is go to the theme setting area. You can then see all of those themes in the system, or you can also add your very own theme as well. So you can add your own custom theme to bring in as a background on the system. Okay, so now let's have a look at some of the advanced features that are available with the self-hosted edition of Bitrix24. So the self-hosted system has all of the features that a Bitrix24 cloud system has, but then there are also additional features as well. So what we first of all have are the help desk system. So the help desk is a tool that allows you to manage customer support inquiries. So customers can log their inquiries on a portal, and that can be a branded portal that we've mentioned, and the help desk staff processes that ticket according to predefined rules in the system. And we're going to have a look at the help desk module in a moment so we can see how you can create your very own tickets. There's also an e-learning module, and this is a set of tools which assist in really the training of your employees. So courses can be created and staff members can be set tests to demonstrate their knowledge in, it could be a particular subject or a focused area that you want them to be trained on. And it is possible to configure a user's profile page to show complete tests as badges on their profile. And then there are also, obviously, we've mentioned about analytics, essential really to understanding that the success of any project is good analytic packages. So you're able to actually build a more advanced analytic feature in the control panel, where you can see granularized data on what pages users are accessing, what's being used most in your Bitrix24 system. So it gives you a more advanced and I guess more insight into what is being used on your Bitrix24 system. Okay, so let's have a look at some of these modules then in some more detail. So first of all, let's have a look at the help desk that's available in Bitrix. So a very popular tool is the help desk module. And what you can do with this is you can allow your external users to come into their portal area, and we have a support section here. So what people can do is create and submit their very own support tickets to our support team in our Bitrix24 system. So in this support area, I can see all of the tickets that have been logged, and I can go into here and create a brand new ticket. So I can add my subject and my message, and you can customize what fields of information need to be displayed here. And I can then save that, and it will then go through to our support team in the internal side of Bitrix24. There's also a support wizard, and this is probably a more useful feature if you want to start channeling your support requests. So with this, we can send a customer through certain steps and processes before the ticket is submitted. So in here, I can select from a selection of options, and I can then go through to the next stage, and it's giving me some questions that I now need to answer based on my initial response. Whereas if I go to, say, print a problem, it gives me a completely different selection of questions, and there's a drop-down field that I now need to select from. So it's a great way to gather more information about that support request before it gets submitted. And the third type of support request is how you can send an email. And what you can make sure is only your clients can submit those emails, so you can put rules in place. But you can set up your own domain mailbox, so such as support@, and users can then email that mail address, and it can then automatically create a brand new email in the support help desk. So that's your third option in terms of being able to create your own support tickets in the system. And when they are completed, once the tickets has been submitted, those will get fed into the support section of the system. So if we go into our control panel and into our help desk area, this is where all of those tickets will be stored in the system. So you have your own filtering tool, so you can create filters on all of these tickets. And you can then see all of those tickets here in the system, and you can then assign these to specific members of your support team. And you can see all of the history in here. So we can see all of the dialogue that has taken place for each ticket. And once you respond to these, it will go to that customer through their email address. And within the help desk, you can set SLAs. So based on the customer, you might have a certain response time where the ticket needs to be addressed and completed by. So you can set SLAs in the system. So this is a really useful tool for managing support requests. And that is the help desk module. Okay, so another feature we've mentioned is the ability to create your own e-learning modules. So if we just go back into the support, into the extranet site, you also have the feature here, which is your courses. So the e-learning module allows you to create your very own courses that your employees can take, or your external users as well. So you can create those courses in the control panel and then assign those courses to specific people. So I can go into here, I can see I have a health and safety course, and I can then open up that course in the system. So we have a video to watch, maybe some information. And once I've completed the course, I've gone through all of the knowledge areas that I now need to learn, I can then complete a test. So I can go through here and complete that test once that course has been completed. Okay, so I can go through there and I can then complete the test. I can view my test results, and you can see you might need to have a minimum score to be able to have passed the test, and you can then manage all of those tests from in the control panel. So that's another feature that's available with the self-hosted system. You can manage your own courses for each user that uses the system. Okay, so let's just see if there are any questions that you would like to run through. Okay, so in managing a contact center, how do we manage tickets, ensuring that each agent will get and resolve individual tickets, not colliding with other agents? So inside the control panel, if we just go back to the control area, when a ticket comes in, it will come into the kind of the global help desk area. So you from here, once that ticket comes in, you then manually assign that to a specific support agent. So you're in control as to who is going to be responsible for those support tickets. So they won't all get routed to a specific support person. You decide and you manually move those support tickets to a specific person in the system. Okay, another question. I want to create help desk tickets from a support@my-domain address. Is that achievable? Yes, so that's the third way that we've mentioned in how you can create an individual ticket in the system. So what you can do is, if I go into our mail area, you can create your own rules. So inside here, I could create my own rule in this particular mailbox, and that could be then we create a brand new ticket when an email comes into this particular mailbox. And you can put rules in place to make sure only specific customers are able to email that mailbox for it to create a ticket. So yes, it is possible to create your very own mail tickets, your very own support tickets from a mailbox address. Okay, please add any other tickets into the help desk, into the chat window, and we can run through those for you. Okay, so moving on, we'll have a look at integrations now. And this is really the third important benefit of self-hosted solutions, the ability to integrate with different platforms. So the Bitrix24 system comes with an API, so it is a fully integratable system. But first of all, you might want to build web forms. So you can build forms on a public-facing website and bring that information into Bitrix. For an example, maybe an inquiries form, which could then automatically create a lead in your system, or from that lead, it could automatically create a business process. So that there is a chain of maybe tasks that need to be completed from that form being submitted. Through email with the self-hosted, it allows you to fully sync incoming emails with the CRM, and you can sync that continuously. And with that, we can also create our own rules. So just like we mentioned, you can create rules on emails, and that could be configured. So for example, you could even create items such as work groups or tasks from an incoming email into that mailbox. And then we've mentioned about having the API. So Bitrix includes an API which allows for integration with other web services. Ones which we have worked with include Xero, MailChimp, Trello, and many e-commerce packages. That's a very common type of integration where you integrate with your e-commerce store to either feed information into Bitrix or vice versa. Okay, so looking at now the hosting options for a self-hosted. So whereas the Bitrix24 Cloud is hosted by Bitrix on AWS, with the self-hosted edition, you need to decide how the system is hosted. So you have a choice to host in-house, or you can use a partner's hosting services. And for self-hosting, we provide a virtual appliance. And this is a free application that allows Bitrix to be run in a pre-configured and fully secured virtual environment. So this saves time really on the product installation and the maintenance, and it will also improve your overall system performance. Okay, so and alternatively, if you don't want to host, Bitrix can be hosted and managed by a partner. And this is really what we class as a dedicated cloud solution. So we can host on our own hosting services, and really the benefits of partner hosting for you is we manage the whole server for you. So we manage the server performance, and we optimize that server for speed and control. We will also ensure your data, it is fully secured and it is backed. And that's another advantage with the self-hosted. You're in control as to when and how often the system is backed up. And projects can be scaled without investing in further hardware. So we can scale up the server solution. Okay, and just to mention in terms of partner hosting, we mentioned how it saves you time and provides you peace of mind. And costs would typically be around somewhere between $2,000 to $2,250 for a year of partner hosting. Okay, and then moving on to pricing in some slightly more detail. So we've mentioned that this is the self-hosted system. The self-hosted system is available in different packages, starting from the 12 user edition. And that license is available for $1,490. Now, it is regarded as a lifetime license, but just as a warning, you want to make sure you are budgeting for your renewal. So a renewal of the license will cost approximately 25% of the original license fee. And that is for updates and maintenance on the system. And if you any features that use the Bitrix API, such as telephony or any of the applications, you will need to renew your license to continue being able to use those features and functionalities. We mentioned already about partner hosting, so if you require hosting services, you'll be looking around $2,250 for 12 months of 100 gig storage, and that can be scaled up if you require more storage space. If you require any customizations or integrations, bear in mind there will be costs involved to develop and manage those customizations and integrations for you. But if it gives you that level of functionality that you require, then the cost is really absorbed by that benefit of the functionality. And the self-hosted system, it is a very complex system. There's a lot of features and there's lots of features you can customize and edit. So it's really important to get advanced training and ongoing dedicated support to make sure the system is working to an optimal standard. Okay, so in summary, we've looked at how we can customize the self-hosted solution and how easy it is to customize the system. We've mentioned how we can integrate Bitrix with different systems using the API, and we've looked at some of the additional features that the self-hosted system comes with, including the help desk module and the e-learning system to create your own courses. Okay, so coming soon, we have several different webinars where we focus on specific areas on the system. And if you have any questions in the meantime, please do email sales@intraface.com and we can set up a meeting with you to discuss your requirements. Thank you for your time today. I hope you enjoyed the webinar and found all of the information about the Bitrix24 self-hosted system useful.